The big reason Andrew came here is that he thinks that, well, you say Jayden Daniels is the best QB in the draft, right?
I believe that.
He thinks that Caleb Williams, like, they're nowhere near each other.
No, you're right. One won the Heisman. One ran for a shit ton of yards. One played elite defenses and made them look like shit. The other guy only played good against bad teams. But other than that, one can't win an actual game that means something, like at the end of the year, like a title game, a bowl game. He couldn't win those. But other than that, I mean, go ahead.
I just feel like the argument you're making for Jayden Daniels, everybody makes that, okay? Played good talent, whatever, all this. But if you break it down, you want to look at it just like reason with me here. You look at the playbook for LSU, you crack it open. We're talking like a freaking magazine, dude. Like, this is like 4 pages. They ran like 15 plays. They had like 2 different formations. He's throwing it deep outside the numbers. That's it. That's how good he is. He's staring down his first reads the whole time. I'm not saying that's bad, but I'm saying if you want to get an NFL quarterback, you want somebody who's not staring down reads all 5 years of their entire college career. All he's doing is staring down his number 1 read the whole time. He has 2 top 5 wide receivers in this draft, and all he has to do is stare down that read and throw it.
Joe Burrow had 2 top 5 receivers on his team too.
He showed a lot more though than just staring down first reads. He was actually a processor. He was like a surgeon. You're talking about Jayden Daniels. He's one dimensional to me. He's a stare down his first read. His first read's not there. He's gonna take off running.
I hope he falls because of this. I hope he falls because this is.
I hope Andrew's clip is gonna make moves.
Yeah, I hope this goes out and he falls to 13.
This is the smoke screen. This is the smoke screen.
If Caleb Williams, any of the 3 quarterbacks go to the team that they've created for Caleb Williams, they will all be successful. All of them. Because he's set up to be that. He played the year he won the Heisman. He had the best receiver the year before. He had another phenomenal fucking receiver. And he still couldn't beat Utah. Like, there's crunch time games that he don't make the plays. He doesn't make the plays. Sorry, he doesn't make the plays. Watch what he did against elite teams or better teams in the Pac-12. He didn't do shit. They weren't even close. The games weren't close. The game against Oregon, that shit wasn't close. Oh, but he competed against Cal. Woohoo! San Jose State, padding the stats. What did he do against that front of Notre Dame? That wasn't an elite front, but it was a lot better than what he played. He didn't do shit. He spun into sacks. That elite pocket present, bop, sack. Bop, sack. What did he do against Utah? Not a damn fucking thing. Not a damn thing. 2, 3. How many times did he lose to Utah? 3 times. That man lost 3 times to Utah. You think he's going to beat the Lions? That motherfucker couldn't beat Utah. Utah. 3-star athletes. He couldn't beat them.
If you put Caleb Williams on LSU's team last year, LSU's winning the national championship.
You can assume that. You can assume.
You can't do that.
You can assume whatever the fuck you want.
You don't like when you assume.
can assume whatever you want, but it didn't happen. So we can never see it. You can keep assuming, but I can only see what we see.
Happened. He'll only do
That's it. 100%. 100%. Because are you a Laker fan?
Yeah.
You're a Kobe lover?
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to assume, that the only reason that they beat the Celtics the year that they beat Orlando, if you're not willing to assume that because Kevin Garnett got hurt, Orlando beat the Celtics and got to the finals, if you can't assume that, and you cannot assume that the only reason they beat the Celtics was because Perkins got hurt in the first quarter of Game 6, then you can never assume shit. And none of you can. None of you guys will ride with Kobe. So since you can't assume that, don't assume that Caleb Williams on LSU was better than Jayden Daniels. Because it can't happen. Because we can't see it. We saw what we saw. That man won the Heisman. Your boy didn't even show up. He couldn't beat Utah, not once, not twice, 3 fucking times. Couldn't beat him. That's who you want. All right. That's your opinion. He's set up way better than any quarterback coming into this draft. It's not even close. Not even close. The Redskins, Patriots, Vikings, Raiders, none of those teams have what the Bears have.
So assuming all that, why isn't he going number 1?
Jayden Daniels?
Yes.
Because Caleb Williams gives you Mahomes feel. That's the thing. That's the vibe that he's giving you.
People are saying he's the next Mahomes, so that's why they feel like they can't miss on him.
Yeah. Can't miss, but he's also put in a great situation. You could take 25 quarterbacks in the league and put them on that Bears team, and I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah. Eddie's on Andrew's side here. He says, what big game has Jayden won? The first Utah game was 56-54. And Utah,
Lost, right?
Utah had 5 guys drafted in the first 2 rounds. Caleb Williams had worst defense in college history for 2 years.
LSU defense wasn't any good. They allowed 40 and 50 points a game.
Yeah, to be fair, USC and LSU overs is all it hit that season.
Yeah, so neither team had defenses to play. So, but that game, the game against Utah, where he had a chance to hit it to get a 2-point conversion to tie the game, then or to take the lead, he couldn't convert them from the 2-yard line. He couldn't convert them. The game against Notre Dame, he was terrible. Look at his stats. You looked at all the video, watch the breakdowns against the good teams and against the garbage teams. Oregon, they're down late. Now he's driving, he's doing all this shit. Of course, because you're down fucking 21, you're down 28, whatever it is. The game against Cal, they were down at halftime. You're so good, you should have scored every goddamn time you had the ball against those garbage-ass teams. He had great games against San Jose State, against Cal, against Arizona State or whatever. That's it. Against Utah, he needed to make a play at the end, and he couldn't make one. In the second half, he pretended to get hurt. I don't give a fuck what you guys say. He was on that bike. Nobody ever came. No trainer came. No nothing. He was on that bike. In the second half, when they came out, Eddie was there. We saw it. They came out in the second half. He looked like absolute shit. The entire team, it was flat. He came out, doesn't do shit. The offense is on this side, defense on the right. He's on the bike on the right side, not talking to anybody. That's the guy you want as your leader? Sorry, that's not the guy I want.
Surprise enemies here. What the? He was not taking the draft talk earlier, so he showed up in person.
Oh, Michael Brown just showed up.
Just double converted fucking Luke right now.
I love it. Michael Brown and Luke
He
are
just
going to
came
fight.
all over me because he loves me so much.
Yeah, that's why he came here. He's getting boxing gloves right now.
Yeah.
It's setting up a ring.
I'll kick his ass. It's so easy.
Don't say that. That's a grown-ass man. That's a father.
Okay.
He's got dad
Father
strength.
has dad strength.
Double.
Okay. He'll be
Double
calling me
dad
daddy
strength.
after.
When you got 3, oh, Michael Brown. Get Michael Brown on a mic and to beat the shit out of fucking Luke.
Really quick, I got a Jayden Daniels game that I think of every single time. Beating Alabama 32-31. He got sacked 9 times in that game, and he still came back and won that game.
Look at him.
I don't need, you don't got to tell me.
Don't glaze the man.
You
man.
don't
Fuck.
need to tell me. Caleb Williams is going to go into the best situation of all the rookies.
And he's gonna play
He's
great.
going to set up to succeed. That's what it's set up for. No rookie. Tell me a number 1 pick that's gone to a team this good right away.
I can't name you one.
We don't know one. Do you know one?
I feel like I haven't seen a team literally build a team for their number 1 pick. Like, build
Well,
a
the team wasn't that bad.
Yeah, build a team as well as this team has.
Yeah,
built.
because they have this pick, obviously, because of the great job the GM did and the bad job that Carolina did. That's why they have this pick. So they have he's going to go and play with the number 1 rush defense from last year. Probably will end up being a top 10 defense this year. They already had an elite receiver. Now they add another very good receiver when healthy. The tight end is top 10 or 12. So, and the running back is very, very good.
Yeah.
So he's going to be set up. I think you put Drake May there, McCarthy, Jayden Daniels, Caleb. I think they will all have a great year. It's easy to go to a team like that.
So can you now retract your statement of McCarthy taking second in offensive rookie of the year?
No.
It's fucking insane.
No. If he goes to Minnesota or the Raiders, I think he will be top 2 in offensive player of the year.
You don't mean that, right?
I
Like,
do.
you
If
really
he goes
don't
to
mean
Minnesota or the Raiders, yes, I do believe that.
that. He's gonna throw for 1,000,000 yards. What are you?
3,500 if he goes not to the Raiders, but if he goes to Minnesota where he's going to be asked to throw the ball, they're going to
Which has never
because
happened
their
once in
defense
his
sucks, so
career.
they're going to trail.
So what if Malik Neighbors goes to the Chargers? Is he not number 2? Or what if, let's say, I don't think this will happen. What if Brock Bowers falls into like the teens and the Bengals end up getting him? You don't think Brock Bowers?
That's not happening.
If that does,
Why can't you? We're gonna.
I can see Brock Bowers fall into like 14, 15.
Okay, so if he goes to the Bengals, he could be top 2.
Yeah.
I still think Marvin's the offensive rookie of the year if he goes to Arizona.
Yeah, but I don't agree with JJ McCarthy being.
Well, you cannot agree with it. We can all not agree.
I don't
That's what we're
think
here to do.
anyone
We're
fucking
not
agrees with
agree.
that,
We're not
Rafa.
going to agree. That's fine. If he goes to Minnesota or the Raiders, I think that's the second best team that one of these rookies can go to. I think Washington's going to
But
be terrible.
who's better, the Bears right now or the Vikings?
The Bears are better.
So why would not Caleb Williams be second above Minnesota or above JJ McCarthy?
Yeah.
Because I don't think that he's right away
Gonna
going to
be
be yes. I don't think that right away. I think JJ's going to have more free will to kind of because there's going to be more expectations on the Bears to win games. JJ, I think, is just going to go out there and fucking just go. Like, we're going to win 4 games. You can throw for fucking 3,800 yards because we're only going to win 4 games.
You know, I do like Kevin O'Connell over Matt Eberflus. So I like the coaching better in Minnesota than I do in Chicago. So I could kind of wrap my head around it.
I just think that he's going to be more free
But
to
McCarthy
roll.
has never done that in his career.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to now.
And
So he's gonna just magically do it in his
great
first
at
year in the NFL?
first year?
With 2 really good receivers and a really good tight end, yeah, he's getting a good setup too.
He's getting a great setup.
If he goes to
But will he have
Minnesota,
the
he's getting a
ability
great
to do
setup.
it?
Dude, you ever seen Blake Bortles play football?
Blake Bortles.
Threw for a shit ton of yards.
That Jaguars team was nice. That one year.
The year before where they didn't do shit in the fourth quarter, he threw for 2 touchdowns like almost every game. That Blake Bortles, that's going to be this J.J. McCarthy. It's
Okay,
going
but
to be
that's not
garbage.
That's not going to get him a second place rookie of the year.
If he throws for 4,500 yards, 4,000 yards, and 30 touchdowns with
He
15
might win
interceptions,
it.
he could
with
win
those
offensive rookie of the
numbers.
year.
Bro, please.
That's fucking like Aaron Rodgers numbers. What
I
what are
think
you
he's going to
talking
be
about?
free. He will be free to throw the ball all over the field if he's on Minnesota. That's what I think.
Hopefully he doesn't go there then.
Whoever goes to Minnesota is going to be free to throw the fucking rock.
Oh, absolutely.
Throw it.
By the
Fucking
way-
just throw it to see if you can play.
Rick Flores said, Caleb's sitting on the beach, not wanting to talk. Mental issues. And he also said his grandma's cookies were Rocky Road flavored.
He's never letting that go.
I think
He loves grandma.
He loves
He
the
loves his grandma's cookies.
I like Jayden Daniels. Eddie likes Jayden Daniels. He's preferred Jayden Daniels to Caleb Williams, and he knows
he
it.
does. He says all the time.
100%. He says that all the time.
Big homie.
But I think he's
Matthew
mad at
Jordan.
you, Rafa. I think you pissed him off, so he's taking the other side now.
The Dodger talk?
Yeah, because
I've been texting him for 3 days. When I saw that 270 home run mark, that shit bothered me. It really bothered me.
Why?
Because it's fucking 270 home runs for a franchise that should have 400.
It's a pitcher's
Should have
park.
actually
It's a
500.
Pitcher's Park.
Elite talent. You gave up Mike
Pitcher's
Piazza
Park.
and Pedro Martinez,
It's not a-
2 all-time legends at their
Hitter-friendly
positions.
park.
2 all-time legends at their position, and you gave them up.
Eddie,
That's
Eddie
my
just
issue.
said yes and exclamation points.
Yeah.
Pitcher's Park. But homie Matthew Jordan, he said she said Jayden Daniels is a dog. He beat Bryce Young, like Lou said, and it was after his Heisman year.
I like Jayden. But I think on the Bears, any one of those quarterbacks will be good.